Well, it's a very warm indeed. Good morning to everyone this morning. Thank you for tuning in. Apologies for the delayed start to things, interrupted start. Just our internet not quite coping with the heat this morning. We've got a temporary solution in place, so hopefully that'll get us through this under-18s game and the rest of the big day ahead today. Pink Hope Day at Aquatic Ballpark. And getting things underway. It's the Manly Eagles against the Canterbury Vikings in the under-18s. And a good play there by the Canterbury shortstop. That was Chase Charlie. Strong throw across the diamond. That's the first out here. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 ball game. Manly scoring in the first after off a triple off the batter Sean Parkinson. It was Tom Butler who drew the two-out walk. And Parkinson knocking him in with a big shot over the left fielder's head for the Vikings into the fence. And then Max Milner running into a bit of trouble loading the bases and then walking home a runner. So we tie the ball game up in the second inning, 1-1. And taking action now in the top of the bottom of the third. One out with the number 2 hitter for the Eagles, Zach Newbold. Now he's scoring the first run of the game, then giving it up straight away in the next inning. Plenty of work for them to do here. Temperatures expected to hit high 30s, maybe creeping into the 40s at some point. I'm hoping by 4 o'clock it won't be that bad. Pitch down the into ball 2 balls and no strikes. There's actually gold. One away here in this. 2 balls and 1 strike. One away. Pitch in and down and missing ball 3. And like 3 balls and 1 strike. It's a very big day here. Manly's Pink Hope Ladies' Day. Pitch in for strike 2, so filling up the count. Jai Burns on the mound for the Vikings. And that is ball 4, so 1 out walk. One out walk for the Eagles. Last walk that Jai Burns gave up, came around to score, so Manly will be hoping something similar. This time it's Tom Butler to do the hitting. And that's in on the belt for strike 1, so Jai Burns straight away ahead. No balls and 1 strike. Of course, we'll have the third grade game on air at about 12:30 or thereabouts, depending on how much delay we get out of this one. It's a stolen base to Zach Newbold. So we're going to get underway at 3 o'clock. And then in the game of the day at 4 o'clock on Diamond 2, it'll be the Warringah Big Dogs against the Manly Futures. Unfortunately, that game not on the schedule to be covered. That's after the Renegades and Forest Mets play. It will be all one-way traffic for the Renegades today. Ball fouled off by Butler. It's good shot. It's staying in place somewhere. The catcher and the pitcher coming in for it. It will be the pitcher making the catch, Jai Burns. So infield pop up. The catcher didn't quite know where it was. The pitcher came in and made the catch. 2 away now. And then Manly in action at 5:30 in the first grade game. A very patient walk-off win on Wednesday night. Aidan Torpey knocking in Jalen Ray with 2 out in the bottom of the 7th to win the ball game for the Eagles and pick up Manly's 4th win of the year. Manly sitting only 2 games under 500, so they can win their first Saturday game today. They'll be within a game of 500 with 2 games against Ryde and 2 games against Blacktown to close out 2020. And that's a ball to Sean Parkinson, the lone RBI scorer in this game so far. Coming off a pretty productive couple of weeks here at Aquatics. It's been a busy month on the Eagles Baseball and Eagles Baseball Sports Network. 4 consecutive Wednesdays and weekends. We're definitely looking to get through today and then enjoy a little bit of time off before we come back at the end of January. Sean Parkinson taking ball 4. Zach Newbold moving up to third base. Good base running by the Eagles. Base runner there, the Eagles centre fielder today. We'll bring a visit from Canterbury manager Pete Warburg, so we'll take a quick break. Actually, we might even bring in the lineups. We haven't done that yet. We'll start with the visitors. Leading off for the Eagles, Daigo Yamaguchi hit at shortstop today. Zach Newbold batting 2, and in centre field, Tom Butler at third base. Sean Parkinson with the RBI and the walk. Sean Parkinson's catching. Wilson Spinks at first base. Hugo Jin in left field. Max Milner on the mound. Aidan Rogers in right field, and Jacob Wanda at second base. That's your lineups today, brought to you by Raelius, the Raelius Rail Glider. Into raelius.com.au. That is a first pitch, single into left field. For Wilson Spinks, and it will, a little bit of throwing error from the Canterbury outfielder, ball getting away from the cutoff man at third base. It'll allow Sean Parkinson to move up an extra 90 feet. So Manly with another run on the board. Wilson Spinks getting after Jai Burns on the third pitch there. Pulling it down the left field line, just out of the reach of the third baseman, Jack Clapham there. And Manly have their second run of the ball game, and they're back ahead 2-1.
Hugo.
The Hugo Jin in left field today. Lifts that one high into the air, and it's taking there. Not sure who it was. I saw 45 in the jersey, and I don't have a 45 on the list. That does end the third innings. Manly with that RBI single from Wilson Spinks puts them back in front. So after 3 innings on the Procar Automotive scoreboard, Manly lead 2-1. So we'll be the third baseman, Jack Clapham, to lead things off for the Canterbury Vikings. We are in the top of the fourth inning. Pitch from Max Milner is up for ball one. 5 appearances so far for Jack. This is game number 6. He's 3 for 8 on the season, all singles. An RBI and 3 runs scored as he takes strike 1 from Max Milner. 1 walk and 1 strikeout, hitting .375 with a OPS of .819. Pretty decent numbers. Canberra with 2 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses on the season, so pretty consistent when you look at that. Ball on 2 strikes now for Max Milner, looking to get an early out here. Try and put up a big 0 and shut out. And that's big strike 3. So Max Milner with the first out of the inning. Exactly what he wanted to do. He and the Manly defense looks to put up a 0. See Max sporting the pink socks today. Pink socks in support of Pink Hope. I'll give you some more information as the day goes on as to what they do and how we're supporting them today. And then strike 1, and it's Kyle Jedrick. Kyle Jedrick, not Kyle. 1-1 to Jedrick, taking that pitch downstairs for ball 1. Only played the 1 game so far. Last weekend against the Central Coast Marlins, went over 3, scored a run, and struck out. Yet to post a batting average. On the carpet to Jago Yamaguchi, who's had a busy day over there in the 6 hole. With Josh Beasley away, so makes a second out. Different out's exactly what Max Milner's looking for. And I'll bring up getting the Manly offense back in action. That pitch, curveball, good location, but Baghdadi not offering. Punched right side, but foul. Out of play. Apologies to those watching on at home. Plan B just getting affected by the heat. Hopefully, we can get through the day. We will record all the games though during the day, and we'll get them up on the channel straight away, so you can watch them in their entirety. Lifted high and out of play again, so the 0-2 pitch for Khaled Baghdadi coming up.
He's got 1 ball.
1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a sneaky little ball in there.
Andrew, I forget who it was, but someone whacked my glove last night. Like he And 2.
They'll change a pitcher for the visitors onto the mound. He's number 25. 25 in our books, but 21 on the jersey. Jacob Foster making his first outing for the under-18s. Pitched in relief on Wednesday night in first grade. And pitching relief in here on pitching relief here today. His under-18s game.
Until Zach, he called it out.
Max Milner leading off for the Eagles.
And I was like, oh, I didn't realise he said it that way.
So you can swing at that one for strike 2. Quickly behind 0-2. 3 for 11 in the season with 3 singles through 5 games so far. Scored twice. A walk and 3 strikeouts. We'll be looking to avoid strikeout number 4. Takes that pitch down below the knees. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Manly with Zach Newbold up in the bullpen, warming up. Looks like Max Milner's morning might be over. That's up for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 count. Aidan Rogers waiting on deck. Pitch. Going to be hit over the head of the shortstop out there, Chase Charvey. So Max Milner with a hit to start things here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So that'll bring up the right fielder for the Eagles, Aidan Rogers. Line up over and get into the heart of their order and extend their lead.
That's where I went home. Get back to the cheek. That's or in the face. That hurts. That's no fun.
Chance here for Aidan Rogers to maybe drive in Max Milner from second here if he can get something through the gap. Big hole the right side. Pitch is down for ball 4. So home plate Simon umpire sporting the pink jersey today. Umpires doing their bit to support Manly's efforts to support Pink Hope.
You messed it up. You said home plate Simon umpire.
Messed up my words, did I?
Yeah. Simon Loud.
Home plate umpire Simon Loud.
There you go.
Thought he was about to call strike 2 on that one, but said it was low for ball 4. Manly with runners at first and second from his manager Mark Stinks.
Does third base coach know he doesn't have a helmet on?
Probably not.
Not sporting the safety helmet over there. And Jack Wanda fouling that pitch off, not able to get the job done, even to count at 2-2.
Wasn't he?
See if he's asked to bunt all the way here with the 2-2 count. Didn't think so, given the way he framed up that last one. But you never know. Sits on the curveball, misses away. Jackson Campbell having a dive into the left-handers. Balls with 1 strike for Dago. That's in there for strike 2. So quickly behind 0-2. Jacob Foster just finding a little bit of rhythm now on the mound. A nice strike 3 pitch to Jacob Wanda. He's throwing 2 more to Dago Yamaguchi to be up 0-2. Dago with 2 hits on the season from 13 at bats. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Good block there by the catcher. Jackson Campbell there doing the work behind the dish. The Manly runners at first and second. And that pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. Good curveball by Jacob Foster, and he's got the last 2 hitters looking at strikes on the outside corner. The first one a fastball, and that one the curveball. Yamaguchi not happy with it, but when you're behind on the count, but it is the hot hitter, Zach Newbold. The 3-2 pitch from Zach Newbold. Another 3-2 for Zach Newbold. We can score 1. With not 2 Manly runs. Jacob Foster just spinning around and having a look at Max Milner at second base, making sure he doesn't break too early. Remember, a certain third grader made that mistake a few years ago. Too early on the full count pitch and got himself stuck in a pickle. It's lifted into the air. Centre fielder for the Vikings is underneath it, waving off his teammates. He makes the catch out there. And that was Yuta Yamanuka. So that does finish the 4th inning. Manly, a couple of base runners on, but can't make the most of it. And the Pro Car automotive scoreboard after 4, Manly 2, Canterbury 1. All for 13 with a 308 batting average with 5 walks and 2 strikeouts. All 4 hit singles. Just missing above the belt. So 3-0 for walk number 6. And it's looking like he's getting a little bit tired out in the mound. It's certainly taking a toll on the players today. They need to stay well hydrated. Miller, of course, led off the previous inning and stood on the bases as he watched 3 of his 4 Manly teammates get out. So it'll be hit by pitch and a 4-pitch walk. So 6 straight balls by Max Milner. And Canterbury have runners on first and second with nobody out. They bring up catcher Yuta Yamanuka. Not the catcher, the centre fielder. Definitely looking to bunt here. New ball drawing in for third, but he doesn't. Just missing down, almost taking Yamanuka in the feet. Next man, I won't want to load the bases with the 3, 4, 5 hitters waiting. Shows bunt this time, takes it away. Doesn't get it down. Corner infielders for the Eagles crashing on the play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yamanuka with 3 strikeouts and 4 walks. With his 4 hits from 13 at bats. It's a 167 average when batting with runners in scoring position. So behind here, 0-2 now. Chases the high fastball, punches it into right field, but it will be Daigo Yamaguchi to come across from the shortstop position, take it on the grass for the first out. So we're pitching now by Max Milner. He's able to work his way back into it.
Does that mean the stream stopped?
He gets the first out with 2 runners on. It's Yamanuka to chase at the high fastball. Brings up Jesse Toon. Misses down at the feet. Ball 1.
You know you're going to eat.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Hacks that one away. Out of play. So 1 ball and 1 strike now to Jesse Toon. 9 for 15. 8 singles and a double. 3 RBIs. Scored 5 times. 2 walks and a strikeout with his 600 batting average and 13-14 OPS. Let's move over to second base. Big Noel back in time. And that's Milner a ground ball from getting over this inning with a double play. Very carefully around Toon. Overall dropping in for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Riding a 6-game hitting streak is Jesse Toon. It's in every game so far this season. Pitch up for ball 3, so 3 balls and a strike. A pitch to Yamaguchi. Doesn't have a play anywhere. Ball just chewed him up a little bit. It'll be a infield single for Jesse Toon. And he will extend his hitting streak into 7 games. Unless that's recorded as an error by the scorers. We'll wait for official scoring to come through on that one. So with bases loaded for Angus King. Max Milner now in a little bit of trouble. And he's swings and misses at that first pitch down in the dirt. Angus King's second game of the season. Only played his first game of the season last week against the Marlins, but 1 for 3. Swings and misses at that pitch in the dirt. The strikeout victim earlier in the game. Pitch in there for strike 2, so makes Moore. Couple of quick strikes. And a double play in action. And we've only got a chance to turn it second time around. Two change up from Max Milner, just missing upstairs. Correction, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two. I had it as 1 and 2. I thought the second pitch was a called strike.
It's not.
So Tom Butler lead things off here for the Eagles, bottom of the 5th. And they're looking to extend their lead. Max Milner has been strong through 5 innings. Couple of walks, couple of mini jams, but he's been able to escape relatively unscathed. They're now looking to extend their lead. About 40 minutes of this game left. And with strike 1. Jacob Foster back out on the mound for his second inning of work. This is the curveball this time outside for ball 1 ball and a strike. 5 games for Tommy Butler, 5 for 16, 312 average. Only 1 walk to his name. Puts the ball in play most times. He is in the batter's box. How's that pitch off? Very versatile player. Playing here for the Eagles at third base. They spent time behind the plate and can also play first, so good strong corner infielder. That's a bit of first base with the second grade and first grade sides. He swings and misses in that one, so that's the first strikeout of the season for Tom Butler. I'd have put the mocker on him a little bit. I said he puts the ball in play most times than not. Didn't say he hasn't struck out this year, so technically he didn't put the mocker on him, but nonetheless, that is strikeout number 1 on the season. I'll bring up Sean Parkinson. His best hitter so far, has a triple already today. Knocked in Manly's first run. Zach Newbold heading back up to the bullpen. Looks like he might be going in the next. Pitch outside for ball 1 ball and 1 strike.
That was the first pitch, wasn't it?
Which was the second pitch. And bring up the Manly left fielder, Hugo Jin. Flew out in his last at bat. Now pitch gets away, so close play at the plate, and it whoa. I thought Sean Parkinson got underneath that one. Unlucky to be called out. Simon Loud right on it. Throws out Sean Parkinson at the plate. And that finishes the 5th inning on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. The Manly Eagles 2 lead Canterbury Vikings 1.
And if you're joining us now, hopefully the stream is back up and running. We have had some issues today just due to the heat. Fingers crossed we'll be alright for the rest of the game, but we'll have to wait and see. Runners on 1 and 2 now. We'll bring up
Caleb Baghdadi for
Baghdadi.
the Vikings, designated hitter. Shows bunt. Bit of confusion there on the base paths. Canterbury runners. And it is a strike on the batter, so saying that Baghdadi offered at the pitch when ducking out of it. So it's no balls and one strike to Caleb Baghdadi. I definitely saw that. And Diego Yamaguchi doing plenty of work over in the shortstop position to keep Jack Clapham close over there. Two soft singles into right field for the two hitters so far, Jack Clapham and Kai Jedrick, giving Canterbury runners on with nobody out. No pitch. Taken there by Zach Newbold, who's going to fire across the diamond and get it. Almost gets the second out over at third base. Gutsy throw by Zach Newbold.
What a play.
Yeah, gutsy throw by Zach Newbold throwing directly across the diamond. Tom Butler was there in time. We were too busy watching it. We couldn't flip the camera over across. Tough job for home plate umpire Simon Loud operating the game by himself. Didn't have the benefit of a field umpire who may have been in a better position.
No complaints from the Manly side though, so
No.
looks as though Simon made the right call.
Umpire always makes the right call,
That's
mate.
exactly right. That's exactly right.
Umpire always makes the right call. So Baghdadi getting the job done with getting the bunt down and moving the runners over. Canterbury runners almost getting themselves into trouble twice. Can't remember, was that a swing and miss on that pitch?
It was, yes.
Okay, so no balls and one strike. To the second baseman, Lachlan Bignold. He was hit by a pitch by Max Milner on his last at-bat. And he's quickly behind 0-2. Zach Newbold just wiping the sweat off his glove hand. Very dry and hot conditions here today. Defensive change. Did you go through the defensive change, Andrew?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Didn't? So,
Oh, sorry. I did for Zach Newgold. Yes, I did.
yeah, so Zach Newbold coming in from centre field, Aidan Rogers moving from right field to centre, and Jared Cupp coming in for Max Milner in the batting lineup and going into right field. So 2 strikes here for Lachlan Bignold. Zach Newbold just looking for the payoff pitch to get the second out of the inning. And he does get it by the way of the high change-up. Lachlan Bignold able to lay off it, and that's 2 out now. So again, the first 2 hitters getting on base, followed by a couple of outs. It turns the lineup over for Chase Charby. 34 on our sheet, but 45 on the jersey. Thank those who are watching on for sticking with us. As Andrew mentioned, the Heat playing all kinds of games this morning. Hopefully we've resolved one issue for now. We can continue to bring you live baseball the rest of the day.
Well, Luca just got word in. The minor league games have been officially called off.
That's disappointing, but I'm actually not disappointed. This made my day a little bit better.
A little bit easier.
A little bit easier, that's right.
Could very well mean, though, that will have to be a serious discussion about playing the games, the rest of the state league games.
Yes, very much so. You'd think if one set of games is being called off, they're playing under the same rules and under the same guidelines, so you question if the rest of the state league games go ahead. A very interesting decision for the umpires once they take control of the game at the plate meeting. And third grade Manly, though, hanging on to a 2-1 lead here. 2 runners on with 2 out. Chase Charby with a big job to do for the Canterbury Vikings. Zach Newbold with an even bigger job for the Manly Eagles. Walk doesn't hurt here. Gives Manly an extra option for an out. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Chase Charvey. And Newbold is ahead in the count. And that is strike 3 on the curveball. So great pitch there by Zach Newbold. Gets the 3rd strike, and it does end the threat there by the Canterbury Vikings. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Manly Eagles 2 lead the Canterbury Vikings 1. So Jacob Foster back out here for the Canterbury Vikings, looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning and get his side into the batter's box. Big good afternoon to Dave Gallagher from the Canterbury Vikings, former Manly Eagle at one point. Just dropping off the result sheet, or not result sheets, the lineups for our 3rd grade game. Thank you to Dave. A pitch lifted in the air by Nico Jin. It's taken out there by the shortstop, Chase Charvey. 1 away. Now they just need to slow things down here a little bit. We've got to play out this inning for the next 6 minutes. Defensive replacement, Jared Cupp. After the 2-2. He gets out of play. Extending his at-bat a little bit further.
What you drink is the ball.
So 7 degrees on the radar. A very warm one. Nearly getting out of some spicy situations of their own. Leading off for the Vikings will be Yuta Yamanuka, the centre fielder. Pitches in for strike 1, so just the way Zach Newbold needs to start. Early strikes, get ahead in the count and make the batter swing at the ball. No free pitches or no free at-bats here. That pitch on the ground. Dogo Yamaguchi drops the ball. That's shortstop. Eyes of Let's Go coming out of the Vikings dugout. The pinch hitter, Jay Lewis, is going to hit for Jesse Turn. Interesting decision, that one, taking your best hitter out of the lineup. Check over at first base, is keeping Yamanuka close. Only one hit. Jay Lewis.
Newbold doing his best to make sure the runner doesn't advance.
Doesn't want to throw it away though. Pitch in for ball one.
Yeah, Jay, nothing silly, mate. We're here. Come on.
Yamanuka with no stolen bases in the offers of that pitch. Good back up there by Jacob Wanda over at first base with the backdoor pick by Sean Parkinson, just trying to get Yamanuka. So ball and a strike now for Jay Lewis. Two balls, one strike. Parkinson needs to get up and throw that a lot quicker. 3-1 now. Jay Lewis. Ball misses on the outside. That will be ball 4. So the throw down to first, irrelevant. And it's going to be a walk to Jay Lewis. So runners at first and second again. Nobody out. Big spot here. So for 3-1, another chance for Zach Newbold to get at least one out. Fouls that one off down the left field line. So even he fills the count up at 3-2. Another big pitch here coming from Zach Newbold. And now the 3-2. Check over at first, very close. Zach Newbold looking for an out. Hits it into left field. Long run for Hugo Jin. He's in a little bit of trouble. Gets over his head. Yuki Yamanuta's going to go up to third base. It's a stand-up double for Jay Lewis. So they take the walk off him, and he comes up with a double into left field, over the left fielder's head. Jay Lewis just lifting that ball up into the air. Swirling breeze out there in left field. It's enough to get over Hugo Jin's head. And Manly in a big hole here with runners in second and third and nobody out. They've escaped this jam before. How many times in one game are they going to have to do it though? Zach Newbold. So the left fielder Angus King struck out in his last at bat. In there for strike one to start it. And the infielders drawn in. in there for strike 2. The second game for the season for Angus King. Big spot for him here. And he does swing and miss at that one, so that will be a very big first out for Zach Newbold. Gets the half swing. Not convincing was Angus King. And they're going to put on Jackson Campbell. No-brainer that one. Puts the double play in action. And their ground ball from getting out of this jam. And bring up Jack Clapham. Walked in his last at bat. And just need to play strong defence now. A hitter. Get the job done. Don't do the job for them. He bowled 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0 now to Jack Clapham. Clapham ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Zach Newbold with it all to do on the mound. Ground ball gets it done. That ball down. 3 balls and no strikes. So it'll be a 3-0 pitch here from Zach Newbold. He's taking a moment to control himself behind the mound. Jack Clapham with it all to do. You'd think he'd be taking this next pitch and even the one following that. He's got the tying run standing at third base. He's got the go-ahead run standing at second. Big pitch coming from Zach Newbold. Ball 4 out of the zone. That ties the ball game. And Manly yet again has let a late lead slip. And Canterbury and Manly now tied at 2 here in the top of the 7th. Manly going to have to come out in the bottom and win this one. Kyle Jedrick to bat for the Vikings. Ty Jedrick, rather. We'll get his name right one day. He pitches up to ball 1. Third strike, bottom of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Fires that ball off. Out of play, a ball and 2 strikes. Zach Newbold. Pitch away from out number 2. Ground ball away from getting out of the inning. The Eagles coming up to bat, looking to win the game at the death.
Work hard, mate, work hard. Let's go, Ty, come on. Yeah, buddy. We got now, we got now. There you go, Ty, work hard, mate. Go now, Ty.
Pitch on the outside. At the start of the inning, and Manly weren't able to spend the time in the batter's box to get this game finished, and they're now find themselves trailing 3-2 with only 1 out, and the designated hitter, Caleb Baghdadi, up to bat. Be the third arrow charge to Dago Yamaguchi after making a string of solid plays earlier in the game. Pitch up to ball 1 ball and strike. Our third grade game will once again be delayed. We'll be playing catch-up baseball with the clock the rest of the day. Nice little cool breeze sweeping around Aquatic. That pitch in at the knees, strike 2, so ball and 2 strikes. Manly still with the double play in action. Pitch down, so 2-2. That pitch straight to Tom Butler at third base, and he will get the double play over at third. So Manly need 2 to win this one to tie. It'll be Jacob Wanda to lead things off with Dago Yamaguchi and Zach Newbold due up behind him. Manly trailing now 3-2 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. Jacob Foster back out on the mound. He is now the pitcher of record with the Canterbury Vikings, taking the lead in the top of the 7th inning. And it's going to be Jacob Wanda to lead things off. Manly needing 2 for the win, 1 for the tie. We've got plenty of work to do. Jacob Foster has been very, very effective in shutting down the Manly offense. Jacob Wanda takes it. Ball 1. That pitch up for strike 1, just at the top of the zone. Ball and a strike, late call there by Simon Loud. Ball and a strike. And it is Pink Hope Day at Aquatic Ballpark. We'll bring you some more information during the 3rd grade game. That pitch fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes now for Jake Wanda. Foster ahead. Ball and 2 strikes. And for the first out here in this 7th inning. Wanda looking to get on board and hand the baton over to the top of the lineup, Yamaguchi, and that pitch off the foot of the pitcher. And it won't be in time. The ball will get away from the first baseman, and that'll allow Jacob Wanda, but it might have allowed Jacob Wanda to move up to second base, but Gav Parkinson, the first base coach, was taking absolutely 0 risks and pulls back Wanda, figuratively, not literally, to first base. So that ball just kicking off the foot of Foster. Maybe that's the stroke of luck that the Eagles need. Doggo Yamaguchi is going to step in. Do you play for 1 here, or do you keep the train rolling? First pitch from Foster after ball 1. He's got to be getting tired. It's only his second game of the first appearance in the 18s. He threw an inning, 2 innings of relief on Wednesday night. A pitch down and in for ball 2. So Yamaguchi ahead, 2-0, counting his favour. Jacob Wanda, you think would be looking to steal. He just needs to see the ball through the infield. Up for ball 3. Oh, tough strike 1 call. Can't blame the umpire though. It's certainly a hot day. He's got to take it out of his hands here with a base hit. Jacob Wanda doubled off after the catch from Chase Charby at short. shortstop made a good throw across the diamond. That pretty much sums up the last 4 weeks for the Eagles. Just unable to take the opportunities handed to them. Wanda with Wanda getting on base to start the inning. And then Dougie Yamaguchi hitting a rope to the second baseman. The shortstop, Charlie, fired across to the first baseman. Umpire Simon Lau went to call safe and he changed right side. Right fielder in for it. And that's the catch in right field to end the game. Canterbury Vikings come back in the top of the 7th. They score 2.